Bitcoin is moonshotting. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the recent massive breakout on Bitcoin, and we're going to talk about whether or not Bitcoin is about to break $50,000 and begin its new rally all the way back to all-time high. A $1 trillion Bitcoin is in the cards now, and today we're going to talk about whether or not we are about to see that increase by another 500 billion. If you want to know where Bitcoin goes next, then you have come to the right place. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Before we get started, what would you do if you made $500,000 in this bull market? Now, what would you do if somebody hacked it and stole all of it? You'd probably be pretty sad, right? Well, that's why I highly encourage you to sign up for NordVPN with the link in the top of the description box down below. Go to nordvpn.com/Jeb and sign up and get a 2-year plan to protect yourself for the entire duration of the bull market, because they are going to protect you from scammers and phishing attempts and scams and all kinds of evil where people are trying to steal your cryptocurrency. Make sure to sign up and get the 2-year plan. Do it all risk-free with a 30-day money-back refund guarantee with the link in the description box down below. Now, let's get started. Recently, Bitcoin found itself in a symmetrical triangle pattern that looks a little something like this. And as we've spoken about for the last week, that symmetrical triangle pattern gave us a price target that looked like that. That price target was sitting right around 48,000 to 48,600, and that, gee whiz, is exactly where we've rallied to. Bitcoin also was forming an inverse head and shoulders pattern that can be seen right here with a shoulder line right there, and the inverse head and shoulders pattern's price target points to right there, once again at $48,000. If you've been watching our content, then you are well aware that $48,000 was in the cards on Bitcoin, and now that we've gone here, that begs the next question: is Bitcoin about to break the yearly high and go to all-time high? In other words, are we about to add another $500 billion in value to cryptocurrency, or is this just a double top and Bitcoin is going to crash from here? Something incredible has just happened on Bitcoin. Lux Algo has given us a buy signal with a take profit that lands us between 47,000 and 50,200. The center line for that Lux Algo take profit was 48,600, and Bitcoin managed to rally all the way to that level in the span of just 2 days. Lux Algo is an incredibly powerful technical indicator that has called markets for many years, and you should absolutely sign up with the link in the description box down below. But now that Bitcoin, within 2 days, has hit Lux Algo's price target, are we going to break $49,000 and move higher? Well, if you look at the daily chart, you can see that there is a very strong bullish divergence that is going on right now on MACD, and we're having a huge uptrend on RSI, as you can see right here. In other words, this rally is primed and ready because the MACD and the RSI are pushing Bitcoin even higher. On top of that, if we look out at the 3-daily chart, you can see that we are right now seeing a buy signal on Lux Algo, which has not given us a price target yet, but pretty soon will, and that price target will likely be pushing up well above $50,000. MACD is crossing bullish, as can be seen here, and we have RSI breaking above the 20-daily EMA, as is noted right there. In other words, the 3-daily chart could be just about no more bullish than it is right now. Even out on the weekly chart, you can see that Bitcoin is continuing to push higher, and we've got MACD and RSI moving bullish as well. After 2 months of bearish MACD convergence, we finally see some bullish divergence on the weekly chart, and RSI just broke above the 20 simple moving average. Once again, both signs of bullishness. So the question now becomes, is Bitcoin going to break above $50,000? And my answer to that is probably. As you can see, Bitcoin trading at $47,500 leaves it with a $931 billion market capitalization. I think that Bitcoin is going to rally up to 49 and break there, but on the market capitalization standpoint, I think Bitcoin is going to hit a wall at $1 trillion, which would be roughly Bitcoin trading at about 52 to 53,000, which, funnily enough, that would line up with these two shoulders of this previous head and shoulders pattern that began the entire bear market that we just came out of, and the 0.786 level, which sits at $50,200, which is likely our next stop. In other words, Bitcoin is likely to be going to $50,000 to $52,000 very soon, which is another $3,000 to $5,000 bullish movement. The question really comes down after that to whether or not we're going to break above that level itself. And if so, where do we go? Are we going to break above 50,000? I think so. This is the 4th major corrective movement that Bitcoin has had over the course of this bull market. All 4 of them have been roughly 20% drops. The first drop recording about a 22% pullback, the second drop recording about a 20% pullback, the third recording a 21% pullback, and this corrective movement recording a relatively short but very deep $10,000 22% corrective movement. Bitcoin is building a giant cup, which will probably become a cup and handle formation, which will point us up towards 60, and the bulls are stronger than ever. Bitcoin was in a trading range with local resistance around around $44,500. That has now been shattered, and Bitcoin is broken above that, and Bitcoin is back up above this long-term uptrending level of support. All very bullish factors. On top of that, even as we record, we are seeing huge movements on many of our favorite altcoins. Ethereum is up 9% in the last 7 days. Solana up 7%. XRP up 4%. Cardano up 6%, and many, many more have gone through 3 to 8% rallies. The reason that that is significant is because when Bitcoin goes into a major rally, if it has the altcoins behind it, then oftentimes Bitcoin will rally, take a pause, and the altcoins will pull up the slack while Bitcoin stops. So if Bitcoin does stop for a few days at 50K, it's already got huge backing momentum coming in from the altcoins that's going to push it even higher and blast it through $50,000. It's much easier to stop a snail than it is to stop a roaring freight train, and right now Bitcoin is much more the latter. The exciting thing here is that Bitcoin had many different levels that it could have pulled back down towards. Bitcoin could have pulled back down to 35. Bitcoin could have pulled back down to $32,500, and it could have even pulled back down to 38. It did pull back down to 38, but it did not go to those other levels. Instead, Bitcoin went through its 20% correction, which is now the fourth of its kind that we've seen during the course of this bull market, and seems to be going about a rally. It's more than likely, in my opinion, that this is not going to be a $25,000 rally, though, unless Bitcoin gets sucked up like a cow in a tractor beam up into a UFO all the way up to $70,000. Bitcoin is still very overextended on RSI. We're up around 75, indicating that the bulls are very strong, but they may be getting to be a little bit weak. We did see a huge 100% gain, and Bitcoin only corrected for 2 weeks. So we could have seen a larger drop on Bitcoin. A larger corrective movement probably would have been healthier for Bitcoin. But nevertheless, right now there is a lot of bullish momentum, and we will likely break through $50,000 as a result of this. We could very well double top, as we did during the previous bull market. If we did, then those three levels that I mentioned earlier, 38, 35, and 32.5, come back into play. But if we do break above 50, I think you're going to rally to 53, and from there, you're looking at 60 and 70. So, is Bitcoin about to go through a major rally? Yes, I think so. With all the confidence that we have from our technical analysis, I do believe that we are about to see a large movement on Bitcoin. But even if we don't, things remain largely the same from a wealth generation standpoint. Continue to dollar cost average, continue to build a lump sum fund in case you find out that Bitcoin goes through a major drop. You want to have some on the side. You can have it in a stable coin earning 5% for all I care. You probably should do that, but make sure you have some on the side to catch dips. And overall, make sure that you're dollar cost averaging into about the top 50 altcoins and Bitcoin, and build yourself a portfolio that with all confidence should be able to succeed very much so over the next 12 to 18 months. We've got a lot of content on the channel talking about what a portfolio like that would look like, so make sure to check out our other content. And if you've not already bought Bitcoin, I think that you should definitely consider adding maybe 1% of your total investments to Bitcoin, if not even more than that, if you really understand and believe in the space. Obviously, for the people that are in crypto, you probably have a lot more than that, but I think everybody should add at least 1% of their portfolio allocation to Bitcoin, because I do believe that it is going to be one of the best performing assets in the entire world over the next 10 years of its size. If you've enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that post notification button so you don't miss another video. And also make sure to sign up for NordVPN with the link in the description box down below. Protect yourself for the duration of the bull market. You already know the name, but you've been hesitating. Do I really need this? Well, if you're building a portfolio of $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, it's going to dramatically help you in keeping you safe. So go to nordvpn.com/Jeb and sign up today and protect yourself for the duration of the bull market. You will be glad that you did. Before we go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video.